Hey everybody, Jason Allen here. Welcome back to the CNC tutorial using Vectric Aspire and Fusion 360. This is part 3. This is tool paths, so let's get started. Okay, we left off with the guidelines, all the guidelines that we created for our tool paths. We're going to start with the front and we're going to create our tool paths. So let's do our 3D contours first. So click on this body contour, come over to Tool Paths, click on 3D Rough, go ahead and material setup, your thickness should be 1 3/4, gap above should be 0, everything should be cool here, so just hit OK. If that comes up, it might not even come up. So you want a 1/4 inch end mill for the rough pass, and you want selected vectors, and then that's when you select your mask. Okay. And then you can name this Arm Contour Rough and hit calculate. And there you go. You can see it's done its job. So now back to tool paths, 3D finish. You want to use some kind of ball nose end mill for that, or a ball nose bit. I use an 1/8 inch bit with a 1/4 inch shaft on it. You can use a 1/4 inch ball nose, whatever, just as long as you put the correct, whatever one you're using in there. So you want selected vectors. It's already selected, so you're good there. And we want to call this Arm Contour Finish. Finish, and hit calculate. Okay, and then it shows that part. So now back to 2D view. We want to make our 1/4 inch radius all the way around. When this comes up, just hit close. That takes you to the tool paths. So you want to come here to molding tool path. You want to click on the inner offset. Hold shift, click on the 1/4 inch, or the 1/2 inch radius. See how this is green? That means, and it's green here, that green box, that's where it starts and that's where it ends. See the arrows? It's following those arrows. So everything should be cool here, and you're using a ball nose. This says 1/4 inch, so that's fine. I have both, so 1/4 inch is fine. 1/4 inch is going to be faster, and so we're going to call this 1/2 inch radius and hit calculate. Okay, so you can see it's doing its thing. So back to 2D view. Let's cut the body out. So if you can kind of see this in here, click on that body outline, go to tool paths, close that, hit profile tool path. Your cut depth, you want 1.8 because that's going to cut all the way through. We'll add tabs later. We want to be able to see what we're doing right now, so we'll add the tabs later. Let's name this body outline. Hit calculate. It's going to complain that you're cutting through. Hit OK. And then it shows you that. So real quick, so let's flip to the back, back to 2D view. Click on the 3D contour for the belly cutout. Hit the rough machining toolpath. Selected vectors, that's going to be this mask that we created. And then so now you're going to belly contour rough. Calculate, then close that, go to 3D finish. Should be, if you go to the 2D tab, you should be still selected on that vector. So that's your machining limit, that's your mask, I call it. Name this belly contour finish. Calculate. And the body from the front is already going to cut through. So let's see what we have. Everything looks good. You can click on it and rotate it. So go back to Tool Paths, hit Preview All Sides. Oh, that's beautiful. That was beautiful. Look at that. So then, because we didn't put the tabs in, if we click on the waist, double click on the waist, oh, we got a little bit of it. Oh, we didn't do the outline on the back. Let's go back to 2D view. So this is where we find out if our sweeps turned out good. So we'll go to Tool Path. This, make sure you're on the back. Close this. Go to Molding. Click the quarter or half-inch inline. Shift half-inch contour, and we're going backwards. So if you right-click on that, hit reverse direction. That didn't do it either. There it goes. Okay, you right-click, I'm sorry, go back to that, reverse direction again, because you want the green at the tip, and then you want the green inside. Okay, and then you clicked on this line, right-clicked on it, and hit reverse direction, and that put it into, whoops, shoot, I just clicked off of it before I hit OK. Shift again. There we go. Okay, so go back to Toolpaths and make sure you hit Calculate, but then rename that half-inch radius back. Hit Calculate. And then 2D view again. That looks pretty good. This might be a little off here, but so now go back to your toolpaths, close this again, go back to molding. So click on the blue, you know, this inline, the 1/8 inch inline, hold shift and click on that. So let's see if we're right. Yep, so the green box is there. Everything looks good. So go back to toolpaths, rename this 1/8 inch radius back and hit Calculate. Okay, this might be a little messy here, but let's check it out. So now preview all sides. Oh, that looks good. Whoops. Okay, so my 1/8 inch line is in the wrong spot. I'm not sure what happened there. So go back to your 2D view. Go to Toolpaths, click on this 1/8 inch radius, and it is in the wrong spot. So what happened there? So go ahead and delete that one, and then we'll redo it. I'm not sure what happened. It's going the wrong way. So close that, go back to molding, click on this, click on that. It shows that that's the green box. So it should be going the right way, but it's not. I wonder why that is. Oh, because it's a 1/4 inch ball nose. That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter. Well, let's try. Let's change that to an 1/8 inch. Let's change that to an 1/8 inch and see if that matters. It shouldn't. I don't know why it would have. All right, let's try this again. 1/8 inch radius back. Calculate. There. Now see, now it shows it in the right spot. I don't know why it cut back there. Okay, so do right click over these, hit recalculate all, and then oops, It's going to complain about being too deep. That's fine. And now reset preview. Now preview all sides and see what we get. Yes, perfect. Okay, so it's a little, okay, so you can double click this to get rid of it. See, it's a little goofy here and a little goofy there. So you can go back in and adjust your sweeps where this comes out. Because see, it's coming out a little too soon. It should taper more. So you could actually go back here to edit mode, and then you could actually pull this out a little farther. And then do the same here. Actually, this you could probably just run into there because it's not gonna. That might be better. The 1/8 inch can run into the 1/2 inch because it's, it's not going to cut more than the amount. I mean, it's because it's smaller. So let's see if we can get this to taper better. That might be good. There, that might be good. Okay, so let's recalculate everything again. So right click on this, recalculate all. Okay. Reset preview. Preview all sides. See what we get. Ouch. Nope, the 1/8 inch did cut in too far. Yeah, the 1/8 inch cut in too far. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So back to mode, edit node, whatever. Let's pull that out and bring this down. There, that might be better. So then this will sweep out. There, that might be good. You want to make sure that this is still 1/8 of an inch. Because that's all that molding pass is going to use that radius. So you don't want to get too far from the edge here, because if this is greater than 1/8 of an inch, it'll leave a little ledge. So there, that looks pretty good. I think this is pretty good too. I can cheat a little bit more. Okay, so then back to toolpaths, right click on all this stuff again, recalculate all, and reset preview. Whoops, not done yet. Hit OK, hit OK. Back to toolpaths, reset preview, preview all sides. That should do it. That should be good. Okay. 3D view. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You'll probably have to do just a little bit of hand sanding there. I don't know though. That looks not bad. Okay, so look how smooth everything is. All the transitions are really smooth. I mean, that's beautiful. That's perfect. That's the best it's ever been. So, okay, so now do your pockets. So switch to the front. Neck pocket is going to be 5/8 of an inch. So we want to go to Tool Paths, Pocket, 0.625. If you look at the PDF, this pocket isn't 5/8 of an inch, but you definitely don't want to foul these because that's not deep enough. I've cut this out before, I know. That's vintage spec, and it's really, there's a reason why they upgraded them. Okay, so 1/4 inch end mill, 5/8 of an inch pocket, we'll call this neck pocket. Neck pocket. Calculate. 2D, back to 2D view. These here, these are your control or pickup pockets. We're going to do the same thing, 1/8 of an inch, or 5/8 of an inch rather. So we can just leave everything. So we're going to call this pickup pockets. And I'm going to ignore this wire pocket. You can put it in there if you want. It's actually curved. If you look at it's a 1/4 inch radius. So you could use a 1/4 inch ball nose bit and cut it out so that it's curved. But I'm not going to mess with that. I mean, it looks cool. It's, you know, there's some bodies out there that have that when you buy blanks, the cheap Chinese blanks. But I don't know. I don't think you need it. Okay, so let's go to this contour here. This is the control pocket. So we're going to go pocket. We're going to go 1.5 on that one. We'll call that control pocket. Calculate. And then we're going to do the jack cup pocket. That is also 1.5, and we'll call that jack cup pocket. Whoops. Pocket. Calculate. And then this one here. This is the, okay, so this one you're going to want to cut all the way through. And there's a reason for that, because when you do the flip, if it doesn't quite line up, you want to make sure that this goes all the way through, even though it's only, there's a little lip there. But we want this to go all the way through. And trust me on that. So we're going to go pocket. We're going to go 1.8, and we're going to do bridge pocket. And it says, oh, you're going to cut through. So, and then these are screw holes for the bridge. I wouldn't put those in there because I've bought a ton of hardware and they all seem to be different. Even though they say vintage spec or whatever they say on them, I would put those in manually just so that you get everything in correctly. Same with the neck screw holes. I would put those in manually too so that they fit your back plate. You know, you can put them in if you want. I really wouldn't do it, so I'm not gonna. So here are your holes for your pins. Those you can put in. So select both of those. Go to Tool Paths. Close. Come over here to drill. You want a 1/4 inch drill. You want to go 1.8 inches, and you want to use peck drilling because that comes down, drills a little bit, comes back up so that the dust and stuff can come out, comes back down. That way it doesn't generate heat because it will burn the hole. It will set your set your guitar blank on fire. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay, so we'll call that pin holes. Okay. And okay, so let's see what else have we, that's it. So switch to the back. So then this is going to be minus 0.19. So we're going to go 1.56 depth for that. So we're going to do pocket. What did I say? 1.56. And we're going to call this trim block pocket. And whoops. And then this, I forget how deep that is. That is 5/8 of an inch also. So this is a pocket also, 5/8 of an inch, 0.625, and we're going to call that trim spring pocket. Oops. If I could spell, there we go, calculate. Okay, so go back to your 3D view. There's the front. Go to toolpaths. Oh, go to the front. There we go. Click recalculate all again, just because. And hit OK. It's going to complain about all the holes that are cutting past the, into your spoil board. Hit reset preview. Preview all sides. There you go. Double click this to just get it out of the way for a second so we can see what we've got, and that is a beautiful thing. Look at that. That is a beautiful thing. So there you go. That's the tool path. So we could actually cut this out. So you can whoops, what did I do? Go back to that view there. Oh, tabs. You want tabs. So go back to body outline, and you can rearrange these. So you want to rearrange these in the order that you're going to cut. You just click it and grab it, drag it. Oops, shoot. Double click body outline. Click on tabs, edit tabs. Scroll out and then put tabs, put one there, put one there, here I guess. You don't need many. And those just kind of hold it in place until you cut it out. Okay, hit close, calculate. Okay, so now when you reset preview, preview all sides, you're going to see tabs. Yep. Okay, so this tab is going to get cut through because, ooh, actually, all of them did because of the radius. So you're going to want to move your tabs up. So go back to body outline, double click on that. Go to edit tabs. Oops, back. Yeah, no, go to edit tabs. This one you want to move to right about there. That one move to right about there. This one to right about there. That should be good. So then go back here, close that, and then you want these to be, a ½ inch is fine, but you want the thickness to be quite a bit taller. Let's call it 1/4 of an inch. Let's do 3/8. Go back to reset preview. Preview all sides. And hopefully they won't get cut out by the radius. Oh, they did again. This one did not. So we need to make them even bigger. So let's try 3/4 of an inch. And then the length we'll do 5/8, just so that they're a little bigger. Reset preview, preview all sides. Tabs are really important. You want them in there because otherwise your piece will fall out when it finishes cutting, even though we're going to do, there we go. So those tabs are good. Those tabs are good. Those tabs look pretty good. They look pretty substantial. They're not going to break. And then you just cut those off when you're done to cut this piece out. Actually, I don't want that tab there because that is going to be nice and square. So let's remove that one. So just go to Edit Tabs and click on that one, and it removed it. Calculate. Okay, so it'll be gone when. So now what you're going to do for to send your cut files to your CNC machine is you want to create, so you close that, you want to come here to this and save tool paths. And let's see if you can, you can change the order here. So you're going to want to figure out the order in which you're going to cut. So I like to do all the 3D contours and the pockets and everything first. On the back, flip it, do the back first, flip it around, do all the contours on the front, and do the cutout last. But the first thing you're going to want to do is the pinholes. So those should be first. And then you're going to want to, do the back first. So you'll do belly contour rough, which is a 1/4 inch end mill. You're going to want to do belly contour finish last, because that is a different end mill, and actually the radiuses are going to be towards the bottom too. So it's going to do belly contour rough as a 1/4 inch end mill. It's going to do trim block pocket, trim spring pocket, 1/2 inch radius back with the 1/4 inch ball nose, 1/8 inch radius back with an 1/8 inch ball nose, and then belly contour finish with an 1/8 inch ball nose. Then it will go to, you're going to do the pinholes first, and then on the front you're going to do arm contour rough, body outline is going to be very last. Arm contour rough is 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch radius is 1/4 inch ball nose, so that's going to be second to last. And then the arm contour finish is an 1/8 inch ball nose. And then the body outline will be last, very last. So if you want to do pinholes, set your pins, route everything on the front, flip it over, route everything on the back, flip it back and do the body outline. Or you can create your pinholes, flip it around, cut everything on the back, flip it again, cut everything on the front, do the body outline. That you can do. Okay, so you save tool path, selected tool paths. You want to select the tool paths. You're on the front. You want to visible tool paths to multiple files, group where possible. And then you want to select whatever machine you are using. I'm using the Longmill CNC 30x30. I'm going to be in inches in G code. And then you go Save Toolpath, And I'm going to create a folder called Toolpaths. And save that. And then do the same thing for the back. Select them all. Visible, group where possible, CNC Machine, save toolpath, right there. So now go to that file folder. So you can see you've got belly contour, it says 1 through 3. So that's, and then 1/2 inch radius, 1/8 inch radius, so it grouped everything. So arm contour rough, 2 through 7. Those are your different, yeah. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it looks like it should be okay. 1/2 inch radius, arm contour, and then the body outline last. And pinholes are by themselves. So you can send pinholes first, cut those, flip it around, do belly contour rough, and that'll do the bridge and all that stuff, trim, spring, pocket, all that stuff. Then come back, do the 1/2 inch radius, which is a 1/4 inch ball nose, and then the 1/8 inch radius with it, which is an 1/8 inch ball nose, and then come back and then flip it around, do the arm contour rough, and then all the pockets, which includes the neck pocket, then 1/2 inch radius, which is a 1/4 inch ball nose, arm contour finish, which I think is a 1/4 inch ball nose also. Maybe not, maybe that is 1/8 inch. And then the body outline is very last, and that includes your tabs. So that is a finished project. And I gotta say that is looking really good. In previous tutorials, there was always lines in here, but this is, oops, you can't get rid of that because of the tabs. But yeah, this is about as perfect can, as close as you can get, I think. So yeah. Okay, there's the body. Whew. Okay, so that's part 3 done. So now we're going to move on to part 4, which is going to be the neck. I think I might try to do that all in one piece. Maybe that'll be 2 parts. So that'll be the neck, and then we cut it out. We cut everything out and try to put a guitar together. So yeah. So when we do the neck, we're going to have to pay special attention to the neck pocket. That's really the only thing that is going to kind of determine, determine whether we're successful or not, is whether that neck fits into the neck pocket. We don't want to make them exactly the same size or they won't fit. So you want to make it just a hair smaller. But you want to make sure that you grab, the outline of the neck pocket when you're building the neck so that everything fits. So we'll get to that in the next one. So we'll see you in episode 4. Thanks for watching.